Feelings Are Fatal by MXM Tune. Not quite sure how to pronounce that. Okay, I'm first going to do the easy chord tab as at the top of your PDF file, which I hope you have in front of you. And we've sort of color coded the easy ones in red and the correct chords, which means capo at fret 5, in blue. So if you do the easy chords, it sounds something like this. Now that doesn't sound bad, it sounds pretty cool. But if you take the capo and you put it down at fret number 5, which I prefer, you're going to have the following. Your chords are now going to look like this. You can try and get a bit of an overview, a bit of a closer view as well. And we're going to do this. Picking pattern's a little bit different now. And I want you to listen for an underlying sound of. I want you to listen for those notes as I play it through. Now obviously your chord names are going to be slightly different with the capo on, so you'll see the chords in blue are going to be A minor, D, it looks like easy G for those of you that know easy G, and then easy G7, really easy, okay. But before we do the picking, let's have a look at the chords up close, just for those that are new to guitar. The original was actually ukulele, like I said, so this gives a much more ukulele sort of vibe to it. And the cool thing is we're not playing the top 2 strings, we're playing everything from the 4th string down, but I'll demonstrate the picking hand now. Here's your A minor, I'm sure you're familiar with that. Finger 1 on the 2nd, 2 and 3 on 4 and 3 in the 2nd fret from the capo at fret 5. We're going to go from there to D. I'm sure you're familiar with D as well. Fingers 1 and 2 on strings 3 and 1, 2nd fret, and ring finger comes into the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And then we go to easy G. Now normally those of you that know G looks like this, but because we're not playing those 2 strings, we can take these 2 fingers off. It's not necessary, and we simply do this. And when we change to the G7, we simply do that. So it's a nice easy transition. Next step, we're going to focus to see what our picking hand is doing. So just to go in short again, I'm not going to go back to the red chords. I'm going to want you to please play this with a capo 1 at fret number 5. If you don't have a capo, try the basic easy chords, it'll still sound cool, but let's go with the correct chords. I've got an A minor at the top, and now what's my picking pattern? I'm going to use all 3 fingers like this. You can see thumb is on the 4th string, 3rd string, middle finger on the 2nd, ring finger on the 1st, and the pinky is literally just hanging around or even lying on the guitar for support if it's more comfortable. Now the first 2 notes are simply going to be the 4th and 1st string, but played together. You can see I'm plucking both strings like that now. The next note, middle finger on the 2nd string, followed by 3rd string, 1st finger. So you're going to have 3 beats, 1, 2, 3. The second 3 beats simply start the same, excepting there's no 0, there's no open string on the 4th. Open string, sorry, bass string, my bad. Okay, so it's going to be just like this. So if you put the first 2 together, it's a double note, and then no double note the second time. One more time through, different angle. You can see the second triplet doesn't have the bass note. And then after that, 2 more, just being strings, 1 and 2. So it's going to sound like this. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And that's just a grouping of 3 notes, 3 notes, 2 notes that I was counting out. And from a different angle, you can see it like this perhaps. Then you change to D. And you can hear that change in pitch, and play the 2 together, the A minor and the D. my easy G, and you can hear that note busy building up in pitch. I'll focus on the fretting hand shortly. And after the easy G, you're going to go to easy G7. Okay, so you got the picking pattern under control. Every time you got a new chord, you include the bass note and the first together like this, and from there it's just like that. Okay, one more time through. And it picks up speed. Now I'm going to focus on both left and right hands now. So I'm going to zoom out a bit there, just to make sure that you got your changes in place. As we said as well, we're not plucking the top two strings, we're working from the fourth string down. And it's going to sound something like this. Now I'm going to count in, so if you're sort of strong with a pattern and you want to play through with me, you may. 2 and 3 and 4 and... It's as simple as that. Now, as you scroll down and you go to the chorus of the picking, your first verse and chorus are exactly the same, but it finishes off with the last three chords in light blue. We're looking at the chorus now. It's an A minor in dark blue, so that's still picking. And then the D, easy G, and easy G7 are simply one strum. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And that's basically all that needs to be done for verse 1 and chorus. Okay. For the second verse, we're going to switch into strumming mode. Now, your strumming pattern is at the bottom of the page. I'm just going to scroll down to that quickly so I can read it off. And it says there as well, second verse strumming. You're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, so that's your counting. And it's going to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and nice and straightforward like that. Simply follow the direction of the arrows. So if there's a down arrow, it will be under the 1 or the 2 or the 3 or the 4. And if there's an and, that will be an up strum. So we got numbers down strums, ands up strums. Okay, one more time through. From the strumming, A minor, D, easy G, and then G7. So the chord structure doesn't change, the rhythm changes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and play together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again A minor, D, easy G, and back to the beginning. And that's pretty much a song. So it's a really cool song. I like the picking pattern, so if you can get that nice and strong. And if you're jamming with a second friend on guitar, then the basic chords sound quite nice with the strumming. So what you can try if you want to is, if you're playing with a friend, get them to play the normal chords, which is going to look like D minor, G, C, and C7. And C7, by the way, for those that aren't familiar with it, play a normal C. And all that happens is your pinky comes down on the third string from the bottom. That's your C7. And your rhythm's now going to sound with the open chords. And you do that while one of your friends are playing with the capo, or you're swapping it around. The two together are going to sound really sweet. See how it goes? Any questions? You've got my WhatsApp number. Looking forward to hearing from you. Have an awesome week, and I hope you really enjoy the song. Thank you.